Help shore up these walls, or we're all dead. It's ugly and getting uglier out here. As our living soldiers fall, the ranks of the dead swell. At this rate, we'll all be fighting for the other side by tomorrow's dawn. And that's not even the worst part. It's Prince Naaman. Poor old boy's been raised from the dead himself, but he's not himself. No trace of the hero Irene says he was in life. He's pure evil now, and from what we can tell, he's the one leading the undead army. I haven't a clue, and I don't have time to worry about it. We need to focus on the living, not the dead. Main Akusri and several soldiers are stranded in the old merchant tunnel up the northern path. Think you could get to them? If you see any soldiers in need, help them out. Anyone who falls, the Heritants will just raise them to fight against us. But the most important thing is getting to the main, though. He dies here. That's one more blow to the Dominion. I don't know. I haven't seen him myself, but I can't tell you how many soldiers have fled from the forest, terrified and bewildered, mumbling to themselves about Naaman. To hear them tell it, the prince, or whatever he's become, is everywhere. Not long ago I heard Naaman was leading them. Then he died, and I heard that wasn't true, that he was a hero. Now, I don't know what in oblivion to believe. After the death of Sylvanar, the Main came to offer his condolences, and his assistance to Valenwood. Then this mess started. He led a scouting patrol into the old merchant tunnels, but they got cut off. It's possible they've all been killed.
Help me.
The incessant clamor of the undead at the gate finally stops, and you come through the gate. It is a relief to finally see someone new from among the living. Is Akusri correct in thinking you have come to our aid? Good, very good. The tunnel is cleared then, yes? Akusri is eternally grateful. He can make it back to Marburg and send reinforcements to hold the tunnel. The far greater concern is discovering what has prompted the undead to attack. Yes, this one saw the prince with his own eyes. He is no longer Naaman though. He has been raised and possessed by some darkness. Even so, Akusri does not understand. The prince ordered his forces to attack, and then he disappeared. No one knows. But if destroying Marburg were his goal, you would expect the prince to remain, yes? No, the prince planned something else, and his plans must be uncovered. You are clearly capable. I think you should undertake this task. You must consult with Indenir. He has already been considering this question. Akusri must warn you. Indenir is very strange, even for a Bosmer. But this one has never met an elf with such understanding of nature. Come, let me introduce you. Indenir, the tunnel is finally clear. Akuzri will return to Malbrook and send soldiers to reinforce this location.
Yes, that makes sense. Perhaps it's better if I go out into the pass and try to discover why Naaman ordered the undead to attack in the first place.
Yes, both of you go. Find out what Naaman is planning and report to Malbrook. Don't try to do all this on your own. And of course, may bright moons light your path.
I appreciate the main sentiment and the support of the Dominion, but ultimately, it falls on us to protect Valenwood. Since the Sylvanar's death, I get the sense that Queen Irene feels she owes us something. But we Bosmer are not helpless. Of course not, and I'm grateful for your assistance. It's true that I can't do this alone. I just think marching the entire army into the forest would be a mistake. Come though, we mustn't tarry. We must discover the Shade's true motivation. I don't think it's that simple. The Shade has assumed Naaman's form. It retains some of Naaman's memories, but it's a different entity now, with different motivations. The Shade is undead, so we must consult the dead to discern its intentions. Drilladun Pass is old. Many Bosmer died here, and some cannot be raised by any magic. They are the accursed souls who violated the Green Pact. Come with me and we will try to commune with them. Perhaps they will know what the Shade truly plans. Oh, there are many ways. Perhaps they cut down a tree, or ate berries from the local plants. Sometimes their intentions were good, but Valenwood is unforgiving. If they violate the pact, they cannot pass from this plane. No, they are tethered to their remains, and they cannot pass into death, nor can they return to life. Thus they remain witness to all that transpires among living and dead alike, but unable to participate. Come, let us see what they know of Naaman. I've been underground too long. I can't wait to get back out into the forest. I think we're in luck. Though most of the local wildlife has fled from the undead, the torchbugs have remained. Many people do not know this, but torchbugs are among the most perceptive creatures in the forest. They're amazing. I can ask one of them to lead you to the remains of the cursed dead. If you can find the skulls or some such, bring them to the stone table. I will go ahead and prepare so we can commune with them. Just trust me on this. It'll work. You'll see. Let's see if I can speak to this one. Come here, little one. Yes, that would be so helpful, thank you. Off it goes. Follow it to find the skulls and then meet me at the stone table. You who were condemned, hear me. Your only hope of being released is to tell us why the dead have been risen.
Ha! We need no release. The Shade of Naaman heralds a new age, an age where we will be restored, and you are the ones who will be judged.
Hold on, how do you know that? Did the Shade actually tell you that?
He doesn't have to. When the forest is transformed, who do you think will inhabit the Shadowwood? We will.
Naaman does not have the power to release any of you, but I do. Help us and you'll have your chance at freedom.
I'll tell you, don't listen to that fool. The Shade seeks to corrupt the forest, to create a new realm. It's called the Shadowwood.
I suspected something like this. It explains what we've seen. The Shade of Naaman does not seek destruction, it seeks transformation. We need to close these shadow rifts quickly. First, though, I promise their souls release. Not easily, but I promise them. Since I will fulfill the sentence, I think you should decide whether any of them should be released.
We told you what you wished to know. Little good that it will do you. But we were promised release. Please, you must release me. I shifted, which is strictly forbidden by the Green Pact. I was cocky, did it to prove that I could, that's all. It was a mistake. I understand that now. Please, I've suffered enough.
It's odd to watch the slaughter of your people through the empty sockets of your own skull. My family was slaughtered by the Wood Orcs, and I burned down their village, every last structure, every last tree for revenge. I shouldn't have harmed the forest. I should have rallied my people in a morning war and feasted on my enemies.
Fool, do you not see what's upon you? Look around. The shadow will consume all Tamriel and usher in a new age. An age where the dead will be redeemed and the living will suffer. The other races laugh at us. Why do we depend on them for wood we could easily take for ourselves? The Green Pact is for the weak. We are not the servants of the forest. The Green should serve us.
It pains me to see the forest suffer like this. I can sense the Green itself calling out for vengeance. Glad that's done. The pleading of the condemned is almost too much to bear. One way or another, they are returned to the forest. I won't question your judgment. Their fates are decided, but the fate of Valenwood is what concerns me. These shadow rifts the skulls mentioned, we must close them quickly. That's where the Shade's realm is bleeding into ours. I haven't quite figured that out. I can feel them, though. They feel like wounds in the forest. I have some small ability to mend the Green, but it requires all of me. I'm going to need your protection.
Leave the shadow rifts alone or you will suffer for it. Desist, living one. You meddle with forces you cannot understand.
What foul magic is this? Is this the Shadow Wood? It is. This is what the Shade seeks, to transform Valenwood into this, a realm of darkness and evil. It's inconceivable. I do not know. I never imagined this realm would be so elaborate. How could he create this? Where does he get such power? We have to stop this, whatever it takes. Perhaps we can find the source of it. Yes, we must. Perhaps there is a gateway back to our realm, back to Valenwood. Some place where life and death intersect. That's it! The stone table! I must go. I'll meet you there.
I hope you like it here.
You're about to become a permanent resident.
It seems our circumstances are even worse than I imagined. The corruption of the Shadow Wood expands across the forest. I fear it's too late to contain it. We must find the Shade of Naaman himself, here on this plane, if we are to stop him. I know not, but I certainly aim to find out. First, though, you must report what we've learned to Marbrook. We need to at least keep them informed. Don't worry, when the time is right, the forest will help me find you again. Until then, be safe. Don't take long. We must press on with our efforts.
I can't believe my eyes. The undead are actually receding. For a while there, I thought you were making a last stand here. I'm betting it wasn't our brilliant tactics that drove them away, though. Conquering Marbrook wasn't their top priority, was it? Then it's as the main suggested. Magical forces are at work here that we can't fight with sheer numbers. I shouldn't be surprised. I'm just glad we have you and Indenir on our side to sort this out. Yes, I think maybe Ifri smiles on us after all. I wish this victory didn't feel so hollow. Other than keeping the undead at bay, it seems there's little we can do to battle this darkness. We are here to support you and Indenir, though, if you need us. Are you going to rejoin him now? That's Indenir for you. Always trying to shoulder all the burden himself. We can't let him get away with that, though. There's whispers that Naaman's actually been raised as a lich, and if that's the case, Indenir's definitely going to need you. One of the spinners said Naaman was a lich and was at Hectorheim. You and Indenir should go there too when time allows. For now, though, Indenir's bound to be in Verant Morass or Dreadful Lane. You should catch up with him. He needs you. Indenir's a real piece of work, isn't he? I always thought he was half mad. They say he has the green in his blood, but most things that man does, I just don't understand. Recently, though, I've realized just how fortunate we are to have him. Mad as he is, I thought he came from the Bramblebreach clan, but some said it was Woodhearth. Truth is, no one knows. Even heard he was raised by an old grot oak, cradled in its roots, weaned on the dew from its leaves. He's a mystery, all right.